Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. First off, thank you all for your prayers. I'm feeling better. I'm still taking it down day to day because I'm not 100%, but feeling a lot better. So this video is a video response to TJ at Bear Independent. Put out a really good video in his Prepper Classroom series talking about basic, intermediate, and advanced prepping. Great video. I just felt as I'm watching it, I actually watched it like 3 or 4 times and took notes and stuff like that, and I just felt it was a very good video. It made me think. And one thing is, like he talked about, as far as putting like it out on a graph, putting check marks, don't agree with that. Neither did he. But it is a way to quantify where you are in your preps, and it can be used as a tool to basically see where you are and where you need to be, where your weak areas are and stuff like that. And I talk about that all the time. This is all part of empowering you guys to be better preppers, to think for yourselves and to do the things. So anyway, what he had this fancy whiteboard and stuff like that in his office and stuff like that. This is my office. And this is my whiteboard, my little scratches and stuff like that on my thing. But anyway, so he talked about basic, intermediate, and advanced and what they were. I'm not going to reiterate all he went through. It's an awesome video. Go check it out. I'll put a link in the description, or I'll try to figure out a way to put it like up here. But anyway, so first off, I'll cover, I guess, where I am. For food, definitely advanced category. We have lots of food storage, and we have an ability to produce our own calories. Nowhere near where we want to be. Nowhere near where a lot of people are, but we're increasing every year. This year we're going to increase our caloric production via garden, not animals yet, but gardening by 2 to 3 times, or actually 3 to 4 times the size of our garden, and adding a greenhouse. So we'll be doing videos about all that kind of stuff. So yes, caloric production is very important. Non-GMO organic seeds, also remember that, so you can keep them and use them year after year after year. So, yes, food, advanced category, thumbs up. Water, advanced category. We have lots of water storage. We have many methods, or many sources of water in this area. We have water catchment systems also, and we have, so storage. We have many sources and water collection. And water, we live in the Pacific Northwest. It rains all the time, so water is not an issue. Do have water storage though. I definitely recommend that. I have lots of water storage also. So yes, advanced, thumbs up. Sanitation. I would say we're somewhere between, we're probably on the more advanced side of intermediate, but I wouldn't say I'm advanced. So thumb kind of like that. I think advanced category, to be in that category, you've got to be able to make your own lye and you make your own soaps and all that kind of stuff, and we're not there yet. That it's, or make your own alcohol via still for medicinal purposes. I'm not talking about drinking it. If you want to, whatever, that's your thing. I don't drink, but yeah, medicinal, like alcohol, rubbing alcohol, stuff like that. So. Covered that. Weapons, tactical. You guys expect me to say advanced, right? No, I'd say I'm right about there. I'm definitely on the advanced side of intermediate, but I don't put myself at advanced because I just don't have the time that I feel is necessary to put into training to what I would call advanced, into weapons and tactical. To most people, I'd probably be extremely advanced. But in my mind and my needs and my desires, I would say I'm on the advanced edge of, in between of intermediate and advanced. We'll go into that more in the future. I'm not a high-speed tactical operator anymore. I'm just not. I'm retired. I'm older. I'm still physically fit, but I'm not as capable as I was in my 20s and 30s. So. Yeah, so age and ability to train, pretty much. And age, I know I've slowed down, but I don't feel like it. I don't feel like I've slowed down an inch, a tiny, anything at all. But I know I have. So anyway, next thing is medical. I'd say we're intermediate because we have a lot of the medical stuff. Advanced, no, I'm not an ER doc, I'm not a special forces medic, I'm none of those things. I also don't have a lot of the advanced medical equipment and or supplies, medications, stuff like that needed to be put in the advanced category. So comms, I would say, yeah, I'm barely over basic. I can operate a radio, do all the things that I need to have it function, but I don't know any of the history behind it. I don't know all the wave propagation theory and stuff like that. I do understand a lot of that kind of stuff due to my some of my electronics training in the Navy, but yeah, just barely basics. I mean, I still got pace down and all that stuff like that. If you want to know what that is, check out Bear's video. He'll explain it. He does a good job. Bug out, advanced, because we have a awesome bug out location. Not only just an awesome bug out location, but several. And what actually, I'll go into that more in detail here, but I'd say advanced. So right now I'm just going over where I am, and then I'll go over some more additional information. Security is one I added because weapons and tactical is great, and that's the ability, that falls under security kind of, but I feel that security is a different category. Security doesn't necessarily, it has to do with firearms, but it has to do so much more, and I'll get into that. Security, I would say I'm intermediate advanced, kind of, thumbs up. Okay, so food, yeah, we're increasing our production 3 to 4 times this, adding additional garden space. Greenhouse, like I talked about, non-GMO organic seeds. Seed collection, I haven't been that great about. I still need to learn a lot about that, but it's really good thing to do. And also, do you have food production at your bug out location? That's important. I mean, just because you have it at your house or where you live, do you have the ability at your bug out location? Have you at least dug the ground, broke ground, prepared the ground to receive crops? Put in manures and different things like that, to composting, to get the soil ready. Is it prepared? Are they laid out? Are they fenced? All these things you can get ready now. I mean, if you own the property and you control the property, stuff like that, you can go ahead and do these things. If you're just going to bug out into the mountains, into the woods, with your bug out bag, well, that's not a good idea anyway. But anyway, so food production at your bug out location. Water, storage, catchment, many sources. Like I said, Pacific Northwest, I don't really have here. One thing I have is fill empty soda bottles, juice bottles, all those kind of things, and just keep them in your house. Sanitize them first. I have done videos about this. Sanitize them first. Put it in your water storage. Don't use milk jugs. Don't use milk jugs. All the reasons why I'm not going to go into. Just don't use milk jugs. Sanitation. One thing is 91% alcohol makes great hand sanitizer, and it's way cheaper than this hand sanitizer, so you can use that. Your ability to produce your own kind of stuff like that is great. That's why I don't put myself in the advanced category. But I have 1 million years of toilet paper. I have a warehouse full. I'm kidding. Toilet paper, come on. We're not going to be able to stock, years and years and years and years of toilet paper. We're going to have to go down to like rags or whatever, different societies use different methods that don't have access to tons of toilet paper. So we're going to have to find other ways, basically. Okay, weapons and tactical. TJ mentioned losing all his in a boating accident. And what a coincidence. I lost all mine too. Oh man, I'll tell you what, from all the people I've talked to and stuff like that, the Puget Sound must be just littered with guns all over the bottom of it, because everybody I know had a boating accident at Puget Sound and lost all their guns. Oh man, you guys. So anyway, I liked what TJ was talking about, effective range. A lot of people are under the 1,000-yard illusion. All these guys that are, play Call of Duty or they watch Hollywood movies. Oh yeah, I'll be able to be a sniper at 1,000 yards. You don't understand what it takes to be effective at 1,000 yards. I'll tell you what, I've done a lot of shooting, a lot of long-range shooting and stuff like that, and I would not call myself a 1,000-yard shooter right now. Just not. 800 yards, probably. 6, 7, 8, yeah, I would say I'm good there. 9-ish, maybe, 1,000. I could probably still do it, but anything past 1,000, people just don't understand. Unless you got time to spend on the range almost every single day building your dope charts. Oh yeah, what's a dope chart? If you don't know what a dope chart is, you can't shoot 1,000 yards. Sorry. Dope is data on previous engagements. That's your charts that you build when you're long range shooting, talking about wind conditions, bullet drop performance, inclination, declination, heat, what the weather was like, barometric pressures. Just there's so many different things that you can put into a dope chart. They can be really simple or they can be more advanced. So anyway, and all the different distances, what your adjustments on your optics are for your to hit properly at different distances. Sorry. So don't fall into the 1,000-yard illusion. You're not a sniper. Sorry. Yeah, most people cannot shoot more accurately than a factory off-the-rack rifle. Like you go down to the store and you buy a Remington 700 with a scope on it. Most people are not going to be able to shoot more accurately than that rifle will, that weapon system will. So don't worry about going all this fancy stuff. Get yourself up to par so that you can hit effectively. Don't worry about the weapon systems as much. They'll perform. Trust me. You will not outshoot a factory rifle unless you have a lot more training than you do. And I may be talking to some exceptions out there. Some of you guys may be very, very proficient and very effective. So just disregard this. You guys know who you are, so don't worry about it. Also, training. Training is key. CQB, CQC, wooded environment out here doing the things. Wooded, mountains, snow, open terrain. What kind of environments have you trained in? What are you effective in? That's all falls into the training category. Get out in the real world and do training. I don't know if this is snow or sleet or rain. I don't know, whatever it is. But yeah, real world, real ammo, real scenarios. Soon I'll be doing some videos, hopefully. I'll be putting them up on Patreon, some shooting videos. We'll do some carbine work and some handgun work. And training on various platforms is very good. The platforms I recommend that you have basic training on is, even if you don't have them, hopefully you have buddies or you have friends or stuff like that have some of these platforms, you can train on them. So you need basic knowledge of I would say AR, AK, FAL, HK91 or G3 is the military nomenclature, M1A, M14, M1A is a civilian version, bolt action rifles, shotguns, and handguns. Let me see if I missed any. Yeah, I think those are because the big four, battle rifles, the big five, I guess, big five battle rifles, let's say the AR, AK, FAL, HK91, and the M1A. Those are probably the biggest, most prevalent ones in the U.S. and with the HK91 and the FAL in the world, and the AK included, of course, we all know that, and the AR. But anyway, medical skills are key. But stuff matters in medical, because even if you're an ER doc or an SF medic, if you don't have the proper equipment, tools, medical supplies, you're not going to be able to do anything. So the people that have the skills like that, please get the stuff, because those of us that don't can't. So and it's difficult getting medical supplies. A lot of them are controlled. You don't have access to unless you have prescription or your medical personnel. So that's one of those things that do your best. Get the stuff, as well as the training. Us normal people that aren't SF medics and stuff like that, ER docs, get as much training as you possibly can and have as much stuff as you possibly can. So also all medical is sanitation intensive. Sanitation is everything when it comes to medical. So have lots of sanitation, lots of gauze, lots of 91% alcohol, lots of all the different things, bleach for your equipment, for your tools and stuff like that. Just be sure that you are ready to do that stuff. Comms, comms are vital, but honestly, others are the experts. I'm not an expert on comms, so I'm not even going to go into that. Bug out. Check out my bug out security and route series. Just go into the search bar and type in bug out. It'll show you all mine, or just go to my bug out playlist. I have a bug out security and route series. It's a 4-part series. Talking about high vis, low vis, different things like that. Talking about route selection, having different routes. I also have a bug out location security video. Security is my thing, my forte. So, and I'm not just talking about, I'm a security dude because I got the guns, you know, like TJ says. No, I'm not the security guy because I got the guns. I'm the security guy because that is what I was trained in, and that's what I did a lot of in the military. Specifically, vulnerability assessments. That's it. Looking for weak spots in alarm systems, in detection systems, trying to figure out how to bypass them, deter them, defeat them, get around them, over them, under them, whatever. So, anyway, yeah, have at least one in each direction. And I'm not talking about have one north, south, east, and west. Just whatever. You know, if you have one that direction, then have one that direction. Have one that direction, have one that direction. Just have them separate in different directions. Have at least 2, hopefully 4 routes, different routes to each location. And also remember, where you live is not your bug out location. I don't care if you're in an off-grid homestead living up in the mountains. That's not your bug out. That's your home. So you still have to have bug outs. So think about that. Security is my last one. So talk about fences and barriers. Fences and barriers and all that kind of stuff are fine. They're great. But they're only delay features. And delay features are completely ineffective unless you have eyes on and a security force, like a quick response force, ready to respond to, you know, people trying to breach your security. If you just put up fences and think you're okay, no. Because people just take their time and cut through the fence, go over the fence, go under the fence, defeat the fence, go around the fence, whatever it may be, and you're not watching, so you don't know they're coming. So they're still on you before you even know it. So what was the point of having a fence in the first place? There's no point. So you need to have, that's what LPOPs, listening posts, observation posts, guards, 4-point security, at least 360-degree fields of fire, overlapping fields of fire, all this stuff, watching your perimeter. You have to have it, because like I said, if you have these delay features, like this one I did a video on a while back, this is all this kind of stuff through here is tangle wire. It just slows anything coming down this trail, coming up this trail, and to me, it slows it down. But if I don't have eyes on, so what if it slows them down? It takes them longer to get here, but they're still on me before I know it. So tangle wire, fences, all these kind of things are just delay features, okay? You have to have eyes on. Also, the guy that shows up and says, you know, like, hey, I'll be your security guy because I'm tactical. I ask him, okay, so can you shoot, first off? And he's like, yeah, I'm good to go. Okay, so he's good to go. Well, what do you know about security? What do you actually know about security? Not just shooting, okay? Security is a whole different concept. You got to be able to shoot to perform physical security. There's a lot of other security, okay? So here's some last notes I had. So, oh yeah, so you're getting all this prepping and stuff like that. You say you're advanced and you know food and all this stuff like that, and you're getting to the point where do I put all this stuff? Well, I did a video on that. Check it out. Search out. It's called Food Storage, Where Do I Put It All? So you can do a search for that. Talk about that. Some interesting ideas. I can't do all the things, you know. So this is why we have mags. This is why we have tribes, crews, teams, groups. Because, you know, like TJ talked about lone wolf. It just doesn't work. I'm sorry. Long term, it doesn't work. What happens if you get sick? What happens if you go down? Then you can't feed yourself or find water. Well, what happens if you get injured when you're out there walking through the mountains? You fall down a cliff or something like that, and you're just laying there. You're dead. So lone wolf doesn't work. Sorry. Unless you're like David Canterbury or somebody like that. And even them, he can still fall down. He can still get injured. And he still get sick. Okay? It just stop. It's just it's not. It just doesn't work. People, please. We need to get together as groups and empower ourselves, strengthen ourselves, network with people. Yeah, militant farmer concept. I love that idea. Our founding fathers, you know, the people that fought to form this nation were militant farmers. Look at any resistance forces in the history of mankind, pretty much. They've all been militant farmers. They were just farmers, shop workers, whatever they were, that grabbed rifles or weapons and went out and fought the good fight. So I like that concept. You can't eat your gun, TJ mentioned. Well, you know, that's why I got this peanut butter one here. Tastes good. Oh, wait, I'm not a Marine. Sorry. I had to do that. Marines will get it. It won't be, I don't think that'll offend anybody. And yeah, showing the things. Yes, Glock 19, you know, doing the things. Also, yeah, so food storage. If you don't have food storage and all that stuff like that, like you have all these tactical things, like where a lot of us start out is like Bear mentioned, and I started out there, guns and tactical stuff. That's where I started out also. But then I evolved. So you have to evolve, because if you don't, then you're going to have all this tactical stuff and all this tactical training and stuff like that. But then you're not going to have the ability to have food, so you're going to run out of food, and then you're going to end up being part of the problem, because you're going to be out there highly trained, needing to feed your family and take care of your family, the people you care about and love, and then you're going to go out and do bad things to people and take what they have. So please don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution. We want to make this thing better, we want to be prepared, and we want to get the word out. Thank you very much, CJ, for putting out the video that helped motivate me to do this video response. And I hope I added some, interesting tidbits and kind of like my spin on things a little bit. So if you guys like the video, please subscribe, hit the like button, click the the thumbs up. Sorry, I'm still getting over my cold. Bear with me. And comment below. I love your comments. And check out TJ's video. It's a good video. So I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.